Most men want respect, but very few build lives that actually deserve it. They want admiration without discipline, recognition without sacrifice, status without substance. They think respect comes from talking, from posturing, from appearing confident on the outside while remaining fragile on the inside. But respect doesn't respond to noise, it responds to structure. A man commands respect when his life is built on foundations that others can feel, even if they can't explain it. It's not the clothes, the car, the physique, the money, or the performance. Those things can amplify respect, but they cannot create it. Respect begins in the unseen places, the habits, the choices, the standards, the discipline no one applauds. Stoics knew that respect is not something you ask for. It is something you become. There's a difference between demanding respect and inspiring it. One is insecure, the other is undeniable. A man who commands respect has a certain weight to him. Not arrogance. Not intimidation. Weight. His presence holds boundaries. His silence carries intention. His actions follow his words. And his life reflects a man who doesn't negotiate with his lower nature. Most men fail to earn respect because they can't even respect themselves. They break their own promises. They avoid their responsibilities. They let emotion control their decisions. They let distraction shape their days. They drift through life without direction, hoping others will somehow value them for qualities they haven't built. You cannot command respect from the world while living in a way you don't admire in private. A Stoic level life begins with self-governance. When a man becomes strict with himself, the world naturally becomes gentle with him. But when a man stays soft with himself, the world becomes harsh. Respect is built in small decisions long before it becomes visible in big moments. A man who commands respect isn't trying to be liked. He aims to be grounded. He aims to be disciplined. He aims to be dependable. He aims to be aligned with his values. People respect him because his life is not inconsistent. His words and actions match. His standards do not shift with his emotions. Most men lack respect because they are unpredictable. Not in an exciting way, in a weak way. Sometimes disciplined, sometimes lazy. Sometimes confident, sometimes fragile. Sometimes focused, sometimes lost. Sometimes reliable, sometimes unstable. No one respects instability, not even the man who lives inside it. Stoics built stability through routine. Not boring repetition, but intentional structure. They aligned their mornings, their thoughts, their reactions, their obligations, their purpose. A man with structure becomes someone others gravitate toward, because structure creates safety. People instinctively trust a man who is consistent. They avoid a man who floats. But consistency alone isn't enough. A man who commands respect must also carry clarity. Clarity of purpose. Clarity of values. Clarity of direction. Without clarity, a man becomes easy to manipulate, easy to distract, easy to derail. Clarity doesn't come from thinking. It comes from acting, repeatedly. Action sharpens purpose. Purpose sharpens identity. Identity sharpens respect. Another pillar of respect is restraint. Not passivity, restraint. The ability to choose reaction instead of being ruled by reaction. The ability to stay composed when provoked. The ability to hold back anger until it becomes precision instead of chaos. Most men spill their emotions everywhere. They overshare. They overreact. They overexplain. They reveal too much, too fast. A man who cannot control his internal world loses respect long before he realizes it. Stoics had a simple advantage: they were not emotionally loud. Their calm under pressure made people pay attention. Their silence meant more than another man's speech. Their focus made them unpredictable in the best way. Restraint is not weakness, it is power that isn't wasted. Respect also comes from boundaries. A man without boundaries becomes a sponge for other people's expectations. He says yes when he wants to say no. He tolerates disrespect because he fears conflict. He allows access to people who haven't earned it. He confuses kindness with self-betrayal. A man with boundaries doesn't need to announce them. They're felt in the way he carries himself, the way he moves, the way he chooses. People adjust around him naturally. Not because he is aggressive, but because he is defined. Respect is drawn to definition. Another trait that commands respect is mastery. Not perfection, mastery. Most men dabble, drift, try a little bit of everything without committing to anything. But a man who chooses a path and walks it with depth becomes rare. Skill is magnetic. Competence is masculine. Excellence is unmistakable. People respect a man who is good at what he does. Even his enemies respect him. But the deepest source of respect comes from courage. Courage to take responsibility instead of blaming. Courage to act instead of hesitating. Courage to confront uncomfortable truths. Courage to stand alone when necessary. Courage to build a life instead of waiting for one. A man who avoids discomfort loses respect quietly, one compromise at a time. A man who faces discomfort gains respect silently, one decision at a time. The Stoic man doesn't need recognition. Recognition follows him as a consequence of how he lives. His respect is not borrowed, it's earned. Not through words, but through weight. Not through appearance, but through character. A life that commands respect isn't complicated. It is built through habits that most men are too undisciplined to maintain. It is built through standards most men are too scared to enforce. It is built through choices most men are too comfortable to make. Respect grows where excuses die. Respect appears where discipline lives. Respect follows the man who lives aligned with what he believes. A man who wants respect must start with the hardest step, becoming someone he respects first. When you hold yourself to a higher standard, the world naturally responds. When you stop betraying yourself, others stop trying to test you. When you build a life with structure, purpose, restraint, and courage, you no longer need to ask for respect. You embody it.